Hey, good evening, everybody. And it is Monday, the 18th, and here we are. Mark's message, Peachtree Corners, Georgia, the peachiest place on the planet. And got to give my shout outs. But, today is the 18th, MLK Day. Some of us worked, some of us didn't, and I'm sure a lot of us got a lot of things accomplished. Those that were providing service, I salute you. Outstanding, outstanding, outstanding as always. And why am I on here tonight? I thought about this and thought about this, and this gentleman I'm going to talk about here tonight, just real quick, I'm not going to be on here for the nth degree, but I call him the Pearl. You hear all these guys like Earl the Pearl Monroe, and I could go back and, all these guys have these sleek, cool, sophisticated names. So, what am I talking about here? What specifically am I talking about? Like, if I were to show you a couple pics here, could you tell me? And if you want, hop on here and say, hey, I know who that guy is. But if you saw that guy, would you know who that is? Now here he is. Whoops, here he is a little bit cooler now. He's got that white tux on. Let's take another look. Anybody got an idea who that is? Do you know who it is? Okay, I'll give you a little hint. You ever hear of a gentleman that he actually had a program, right? And even wrote a book, Strangest Secret. I call him Earl the Pearl Nightingale. Now, this gentleman lived on this earth, this planet, from 1921 to 1989. So kind of cool. Greatest generation, right? Now, I'm going to read a few things and I'm going to share some quotes here, but excuse while I read. Please forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. But, during his 66 years on this planet, Earl has seen some disappointment in his life. His father walked out on him one day. Can you imagine that? And Earl's mom had three young sons, and he was like 11 years old. So what he does is later on in life, he joins the Marine Corps, right? So this guy goes in the Marine Corps. Now, here's the wildest thing about Earl, right? He was on the battleship Arizona. Now, my father being a Navy man back in the day, he was part of this deal. He fought in the South Pacific as well. So if you're familiar with your history, that battleship got blown up severely, when it was bombed, right, in Pearl Harbor. Well, we almost didn't have an Earl the Pearl Nightingale, as they say. So it was kind of interesting when I found that. And he had a lot of hardships, even as he ventured onward with his radio career, right? And he struggled and struggled and struggled. And actually, the latest book that they've written about him is called The Greatest Discovery. But I just wanted to share a couple things with you. Like, everybody goes through things. His big claim to fame to me was luck is said to be the result of preparation meeting opportunity. I've heard it said ability when it meets opportunity, get out of the way because great things are going to happen. And he said, I had one thing working for me. I just wouldn't give up. He just didn't know the word quit. So I noticed we got a few people out here. But before I get into that, I just want to share a quote or two. I'd be doing an injustice here, but here's one of his. We become what we think about most of the time, and that's the strangest secret. How about that? What we think about, that's what we become, and this is kind of a funny one. I love this one. This reminds me of something my dad would say, like, open your ears before you open your mouth. It may surprise your eyes. That's kind of a cool one by Earl. And this is the all-time favorite here. Successful people are not people without problems, right? You name me a successful person. I don't care if it's the entertainment field, sports field, people doing live stream, people in business. We could go on and on and on. And yes, they are people who have learned how to solve their problems. And that's not with ease, okay? Because we all encounter things every day. Man, I got a couple comments up here, so I'm going to bring everybody on. And look who it is. Good evening, friend. Randy Chafee. Yes, the knuckle dragging hybrid. He's got his own podcast now. The guy's on fire, or vodcast, whatever you want to call it. And, yeah, he says Earl. Man, he's going crazy. Hey, he says, great, great man. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that for hopping on board. You guys got better things to do with your time. If you want, you can share this out. This is a quick rant. Hey, Scott, thank you so much. And I know everybody's probably figuring out, hey, man, what's Mark up to? What's he been doing? So, yeah, I'm back. I just had a lot of different things, getting and climbing into this 2021. And look at this. Hello, Wump. All right. That's what I love about Ronnie Goodwin. Ron is my man. Hey, you know what, Ron? I saw that picture. I believe that's you and the wife in the boat. Man, it looks kind of cool on Facebook. I know who's making a few pennies, and, you create the appropriate marketing atmosphere out there with t-shirts and memorabilia, and because of that you're able to do all these great things. But I do want to say about Randy, Ron, Scott, great individuals, and I appreciate them being here this evening. I just wanted to talk real quick about Earl the Pearl, as I call him, because he has a lot to offer. If you think about it, we kind of forget about these old timers. Everybody's into the new. And I always find that amusing because in my book, I don't think it gets any better than that greatest generation. There's something about that generation, what they were able to do and what they did. And maybe it's because of the things they went through in life. They went through a depression. They had to deal with war. A lot of different things, a lot of struggles, and they just kept hunking it down, and they really kind of set the standard, the bar. You want to talk about setting a standard. To me, those people, came from various walks of life, did what they had to do, got it done. Wasn't a whole lot of fanfare, took care of their families, put food on the table, worked more than one job. I can attest to that, with my dad, what he did with 3 kids, family, ex-military guy. So it's kind of interesting. I'm just going to share these again, but here's a quote number 1 here. We become what we think about most of the time, and that's the strangest secret. Earl Nightingale. Yeah. And here's another cool one. I kind of didn't pick the predominant ones that everybody knows off the top of their tongue or their head. Open your ears before you open your mouth. I mean, man, that is so profound. It may surprise your eyes. Oh my goodness. That is just tremendous, because a lot of times people just rant, what they don't have, can't do. And then this one right here, it just sums it up. And you 3 gentlemen, you're, in my eyes, you're successful. Successful people are not people without problems. They are people who have learned how to solve their problems. So succinct, simple, to the point, but that's the type of guy Earl Nightingale was. That's why I wanted to share it, just so you guys know who he was again. I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but here's another shot. There he is. That's the Earl we all know. Here's the suave-looking Earl with that white tux. And this is what we're talking about, the strangest secret. If you get a chance, get it. Easily to acquire, go online, secure the book. Better yet, you can listen to a lot of things, from his broadcast if you Google him. We've got another individual up here. Let's see. Oh, somebody saying hello. That's cool. Thank you, Scott. Outstanding. But I just wanted to share that with everybody tonight. Felt compelled to get on here, and I'm going to be doing some other things. So tomorrow morning I'll be on, with sales concepts, just kind of promote that workshop thing. And if you like the content, let me know. If you think I'm doing okay, tremendous. If you think, hey, Gassert, you need help, well, we all do, then that's okay too. But as always with Mark's message, I said I'd keep it short. It's always about being a leader, being a friend, most important of all, being of service. Particularly today, there's a lot of people that are advocating and taking the day off to serve. And that's what it's all about. I heard somebody tell me one time that the best stock that you can invest in is mankind. I know we all want to make a buck. I know we all want to go out there and tear it up. But when you break it down in its purest form, when we leave this planet, that's what we're going to have to answer about. How did you serve mankind? So, hopefully, scratching at the scratch of the surface. And like I said, be a leader, be a friend, be a service. This was Mark's message. I'm going to keep that up there. The Hi Randy. I love that. So, and always, 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 I'm going to do it. In the batter's box of life, you and I, if we make the appropriate approach, you know what I'm going to tell you. If you keep swinging for the fences together, you and I, we will eventually knock it out of the park. Once again, this was Mark's message. Peachtree Corners, Georgia. Rotary International motto, service above self. Thank you, Ron. Hey, that is tremendous. See? And that's why you guys are on here. And here we go. No problems, no life. Right. Very good, Ron. See, that's what I love about Ronnie, man. He is to the point. He is a no BS guy. And the thing I love about all these gentlemen that are on here, and ladies, you're more than welcome, is regardless of their political affiliation, religious affiliation, we all have something in common. We're just trying to do the right thing out there, and that's what it's all about today, And look for the good in people, look for the commonality, and make things happen. So, hey, have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Scott. I will, and that's a great way to end this. Uh-oh, look who popped in here. Good evening, Mark Gassert, JR. You can tell me how good, how bad the lighting is, the lighting expertise, the photographer, to the nth degree, the man that knows all about lighting, photography. Here he is, JR. The man from Charlotte. Take care, brother. I will. Hey, everybody take care and enjoy your evening. I hope everybody had a tremendous, successful Monday. Tomorrow being Tuesday. Can't believe it, man. I cannot believe we're already at the 18th, guys. Do you believe that? Time waits for no one. So I'll catch you tomorrow morning. And as always, be a leader, be a friend, be a service. Mark's message. I know I'm ranting. And like I said, I'm going to do it just because JR got on here late. I'll do it for him. If you and I step into the batter's box, make that appropriate approach in your batter's box of life, we will together knock it out of the park. Mark's message, Peachtree Corners, Georgia. Yes, it is the peachiest place on the planet. I will see you all tomorrow.